We are in a season right now where we must release a lot of energies that we're involved with when it comes to other people. We're moving into a season where you have to be stingy with your energy. This is the season we are moving into. Men really have to wake up to what's actually going on in the world right now. Because if all men get right, the whole world is going to get right. Women should be in no position to be leading anything, or telling you what to do, or telling you who you are, or any nonsense of that nature. None of it. Let's be real. We run the show, and when we run the show, that's when things are good. This might sound sexist, it might sound biased, but it's just the truth. When we are in order, everything else falls into place. When we start to get caught up into the ways of a woman, everything falls. Everything fails. Everything comes crashing down. You start to lose touch of yourself. And these women just continue their wicked ways of manipulating. That's why, as a man, you have to know how to let go and let God do his thing. This is what every man has to wake up to. It comes down to damn near isolating yourself, bruh. And how many times have we all done this? How many times have I done this? A lot. I'm kind of in that transition again right now. I just want to be left alone. I don't want to talk to many people at all. The more you're involved with people, the worse things get, it seems. And the closer you're in contact with yourself, the closer you're in contact with God, the closer you are to God, the better things are. And the worse things get when you start to deal with too many people. I'm coming out of a season of dealing with too many individuals. It's okay to deal with an individual. It's okay to talk to an individual, but are things going good with who you're dealing with? Or are you given too many chances? Is red flags being shown and you're still trying to make things go in that direction with that person? As long as things are going good, continue. But if things ain't good, you have to back off. I've been doing it. And I've been feeling a lot better, more clearer minded. And it's a blessing to feel clear minded. To not feel a burden, to not feel anxiety towards a certain situation, towards a specific person, because they're playing games. They're causing chaos. They're going crazy. That kind of stuff, bro, is going to be a burden to your life. That kind of stuff is going to weigh you down. That kind of stuff is going to take you off your path and purpose. And maybe not completely, but it's going to make you worse. It's going to make you a worse version of who you are because they are a worse version of who they should be. It's going to rub off on you. That is why men lead. Because if you're right, you can lead the way and a woman can come along and you're a worthy man. Women need to understand this. It's not controlling. It's not biased. It's not sexist. Men simply lead. Y'all ladies cannot act like you don't want the right man to do what he's supposed to do. Because if every man was doing what he is supposed to do today, the whole world changes. Because you know what? Women can no longer manipulate any man. And guess what? They want men in their lives regardless. Even these women who's manipulating have a bunch of men around. They're manipulating a bunch of men. They're stooping down to the level of a woman. Which is why everything fails. Bro, there's so many realizations that continue to come to me as a man. And everything happens for a reason. Every person you deal with, it happens for a reason. Every single female you deal with, it happens for a reason. I learn from everything. I'm not stupid. I don't go through situations and, oh my God, what happened? I know what happened. Because I learn. I learn from everything I go through in my own personal life. And I learn very quick. So this is something that God has been speaking to me about today. And it come to me like this. You guys know when God speaks to you. There's something higher up. There's a different kind of energy. There's a different kind of vibe. And it's the vibe of truth. It's the vibe of wisdom. It's the vibe of certainty, the right answers. It's a higher power that is talking to you. This is what has happened to me today. And I grew a higher understanding to what's actually going on in this world today. And it's not like I never knew this. It's very clear to me. It's very certain to me what needs to happen. Because like I said, if every man was correct and come correct, no woman alive can have any say over you. No woman alive can manipulate you. No woman alive has a thing on you. In fact, every woman alive is going to want every man alive. And I don't mean every woman wants every single man. It's just there's going to be a man for every single woman, if that makes sense. But everything today is so messed up. So many people today are coming up short. So many people today are failing. Even if you're the right man today, there's a lot of women, bro, that are incorrect. There's a lot of women that are not correct. There's a lot of women that spend their time and their days manipulating weak men to keep that kind of power. But if all these men could not be manipulated, guess what? She can't do it. She has to submit, because women ain't going to live their lives without men. Even the single women today, bro, they're dealing with men. They're not actually even single. Almost no woman alive is single, bro. They're dealing with a man to some degree. Pretty much. 90-some%. And there's a lot lower of a percentage of women that's single today. There's not a super high percentage of women today that are taken. There's not. But there's a super high percentage of women today that's dealing with a man. And majority of it is manipulation. That is why if men come correct and be stronger in who you are, you have a backbone, you lead the way, you don't fall into the ways of a woman, like Eve finessed Adam, everything would be a-okay. Everything would be a million times better. So today, men must wake up to the fact that you literally have to ignore majority of females. You have to ignore majority of individuals who have a poor relationship with themselves, a poor relationship with God, and you're just so easily led astray. You will talk to any female if it just comes by. You will do just about anything because you don't understand. Women can scope out how easy you are to bend and manipulate. That's a woman's game, and it's not her fault. Women should be that way. And if she has the ability to manipulate you, she should. To teach you a lesson, she should do it. Because that's her job. Her job is to check who you are. Can she do this to you? Oh, she can't. She might just submit because she can't do nothing with you because you're correct. That's the thing, guys. This is what men have to wake up to. And let me tell you something else too. I have dealt with a female recently since pretty much the start of this year. You can tell she's the type of girl that can have her way with most guys. She can lead most guys astray. She can manipulate many, 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 many different guys. But she deals with me and she can't. She deals with me and a whole bunch of it, all this emotion comes right back on top of her because she simply cannot have her way with me. I had my way with her. And they literally cannot handle it because they are used to having their way with men today. That's how crazy this world is, bro. To the point where this girl takes lead to social media, starts playing a whole bunch of more games. I have turned her into a legitimate emotional little basket case. And she's going nuts. She's never experienced anything like it. Not one time have I ever seen this female that I've had on social media for many years act this way. And it's because I've done it. Because I stood firm in who I am. I didn't let her bend or manipulate me. She tried and she failed. She tries with other people. She probably succeeds. She strikes you as the type that has her way with many different guys. And can do whatever she wants to them, and she gets them all riled up and all in her ways. She deals with me. It literally cannot happen. And like I said, she's not used to it. It all comes back down on top of her. And now she has to deal with all that distress. She has to deal with all that stuff that she has failed at. And it's come back down on top of her, and I have the power. She's not used to it, but guess who she's thinking about? As she deals with this cold case, guess who she's thinking about? Not every guy she just talks to randomly. She's dealing with the guy she cannot have her way with. She's dealing with the guy that turned her into an emotional little basket case on Easter morning. So that's how it goes. That's why I'm saying, bro, if every man alive was this way, and you didn't let a woman do jack shit to you, this world would be a much better place. Women would want to follow. And you know why they want to follow? Because they want men more than they let on. Yeah, women lie a lot. They lie a lot. They act like they don't. They live for men. Men live for women. We can admit it. We need each other. We can't have kids by ourselves. We can't grow a family by ourselves. We need a woman. And a woman needs us. The difference is we don't lie about it. Women do. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. Nah, 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 nah. Cap. You deal with many of them. Why are you speaking so unfondly about them? Why are you speaking that way about them when you deal with so many? We make you ladies feel a certain way that nobody else can besides us. Your little female friends ain't gonna make you feel that way. It's funny to me because they act so hard. I love my friends. I love my friends. You love me more than you love your damn friends. You just don't act like that way, but it is that way. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Every man must be this way. You come across maybe as like a dick, something like this. Look at this asshole. but you're really not. You're just you. You're just masculine. You're just yourself. You call the shots, quite literally. Why? Because you're a male. You're a man. She is a woman. Woman need man. And for the ones that don't act like it, need it the most. Y'all deal with men, and you act like just because you're not in an official relationship, you just act that way, but you really do. And you really crave it. This is what men must wake up to today. You have more power and leverage than you think. Like, far more. You have to start moving like it. You have to start acting like it. You have to start cutting off certain females, cutting off certain friends. That's when you're in your power. You're not in your power when you're acting a certain way yourself and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You have to stick to who you are. You have to stick to what you're supposed to be doing at all times. That is what you do. That is where your power's at. And that's going to make everything come to you. That's going to make everything right. And let me tell you something. These women that you have power over, that try to play games on you and it don't work, and you end up playing them in a sense, because you have the power. Even if they're temporarily gone, they're going to come back. They are coming back. They're going to realize they don't even like these guys that they can manipulate, that they can jerk around. They like you far more because you make them feel a way none of these other guys do. She don't care about the other guys, bro. She don't care about them at all. It's just funny to her what she can do and all this kind of stuff, but you, it's different. You have this pull. You have this type of power over her. Like she can feel it. You can feel it. You just look at her like it's a joke because she's trying to play her games. She's trying to do her stuff, but nothing works. All of a sudden, she finds herself looking up at you, wanting to get closer to you, wanting to make things right with you, and that's how it's supposed to be because you're a king. You move like a king. You do things like a king. You're not fucking around out here. You're literally doing things right. This is eventually going to make every woman submit. And it's not because we just want all this control and all this kind of stuff. It's how it's supposed to be. Like, how many times do we got to say this? Because you hear some women saying things like, oh, you're just so controlling and all this stuff. We're supposed to be in control. We're not controlling. We're supposed to be in control. Because the second we're not is the second everything goes to hell. Just like Eve has led Adam to hell. That is what women will do if you let them. You stay who you are at all times. You don't bend. You don't break. You don't fold. You don't budge. You stay who you are at all times. And real men have to ignore people who have a poor relationship with themselves, a poor relationship with God, these females that want to do all that kind of stuff. You don't give them the time of day. That can actually wake up those types of women. You know that, right? It can wake them up because, oh my God, we can't do anything to this guy. He's different. What is going on? And you're going to get in her head. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Where's my leader at is what she's thinking in her mind. Where is he at? He's not texting me like every other guy. What is he doing? Oh my God. She has a million questions in her mind. And that is because you're in her head. That is a good thing. You're supposed to be. She's like the dog that's just waiting home for the owner to come. She's like the dog that's sitting at home, waiting for the owner to come home so she can feel like that's the highlight of her day. That's how it's supposed to be. So no, we don't want to be controlling. We're just in control. There's a difference here. We're in control of ourselves. No female dictates what we do or how we move or how we think. We simply run the show and y'all just exist. That's how it goes. Women are supposed to be more quiet. And so ain't we, to be honest. We're just kind of silent assassins going around doing our thing, not wasting energy, being efficient, getting things done, but we call the shots. And if every man moved this way, we would see a better earth. Like, far better. But a lot of y'all today are literally bending over these games. You're allowing them to have power. You don't let them have power. Some of them are going to walk away. That's good. That is good. Let them ruin their lives, because many of them do it. Many of them do it. Let them ruin their lives. They might deal with another guy at some point, and they're going to realize, oh my God, this guy is not like the other guy. What is going on? Of course he's not like the other guy, because the other guy was a man. And now they're dealing with a guy that they can have power over, say over, all this stuff over, and it's just not right. And these women typically learn the hard way. It's not my fault. And this is just how it goes, folks, and I ain't got really much else to say in this video topic, but this is the way it is, and this is what all men must wake up to. And we will see better days on earth. Far better days. We're in for it. The men that can do this are in for far better days. The world is discombobulated right now. The world is messed up right now, bruh. It's up to us, every single one of us, to do what's right, to take charge. And that's it.